This is Anna Sky, and today I'm going to share with you a tutorial that I designed to coordinate with the new Allison set. And the Allison set is a new collection on Download and Print. It's 15 printable templates. And if you don't know what a printable template is, they're invitations that you personalize in Microsoft Word, print them out, cut them, and make them for your wedding. And I designed this little pocket that coordinates the die cut daisy, and it coordinates so it can hold your little Allison RSVP card, oops, upside down, in the back of it, like so. So you got your fancy little pocket there. And I'm giving away this free pocket fold template, and then we're going to dress up the edge with this daisy punch, which I think works amazingly well with the new Allison set, to make this really fun pocket fold invitation. So keep watching to learn how to make this for your wedding. To get started with this tutorial, you're going to need double-sided tape, the daisy punch from Martha Stewart's collection. I have a link to this in the description of the video, to the exact pattern that I'm using, but it has this great daisy pattern that coordinates with the Allison set so well. Some scissors, the square invitation template from Download and Print. This is the Allison collection designed by Budget Savvy Bride, and it has 15 coordinated pieces. So if you want to make this invitation and have it carry through all the way to your reception with table numbers, menus, and programs, there's printable templates that match with this, so just keep that in mind. The square pocket fold template, which is completely free, and there's a link to this in the description of the video, and I've printed it out on a coordinating teal color cardstock. This is 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You could use any color cardstock, so just pick a color that coordinates with your wedding. And to get started, we're going to go ahead and trim out the square invitation template. And trimming it out, we're just cutting a square, and we're going to use the dotted lines that print out on the template. And the printable templates at Download and Print allow you to personalize the bride and groom's name. And the other benefit of printables is you can print as many copies as you want. So if you're making 50 invitations or 200 invitations, you only pay for the template one time, and then you're in complete control. And it's nice because if you have to change a date, or if you run out of invitations, you can always print more. And you can print at home. I print on the Epson inkjet printers, but you could take these to a copy shop and have them run off copies for you. And the reason why you can do that is because we design everything on 8.5 by 11 sheets. So there's the two square invitations all cut out, and I'm going to slip these aside, and we're going to bring over my pocket fold. And when you're making a bunch of these, it's best to, have some time-saving tricks. So I'm going to go ahead and do these two outside cuts with my paper cutter, and I'm just going to line up the blade and trim down. So that's two sides I don't have to hand cut out with my scissors, like that. That's just a little tip. And with the guillotine cutter, you could cut, say, 3 or 4 of these at the same time. And then I'm just going to use my scissors to come in and cut. If you're real anal, you could use your ruler and the X-Acto knife. It's really pick your poison here. I'm just going to use some simple shears. And one thing is, it's easier to cut into that corner. So when I come in here like this, it's easier to cut in like so, and then come back here and cut. That way you get a nice sharp angle, as opposed to coming in there and trying to turn your scissors. Take it from me, I've made more than one of these. So just little tricks you learn along the way for success that I'm trying to share with you. So I'm just cutting this out. And keep in mind that at Download and Print, we have lots of square invitations. So if daisies aren't your thing, we have a ton of other square invitations that you could also use with this free pocket fold template. So there it is, all cut out, and you'll notice I have the dotted lines remaining. And these are my score tools. And scoring just gets you really straight folds when you're dealing with thicker paper. So I'm just going to bring my ruler up, and this is a bone folder scoring tool from Martha Stewart, and I use this all the time. It saves my fingernails, and it makes paper crafts just so much more enjoyable. And I'm just making a groove in the paper so that when I come in to fold, the paper just falls along that crease. So now when I bring my flaps up, it just goes right where I want it to. And it's really gives you professional results when you score before you fold. So I'm just coming over and I'm starting to form the shape of my pocket fold. Now, to make this coordinate with our, now you could leave it like this, sure, and then what we're going to do is mount the invitation on this side. But I wanted to dress up this flap, and when I found this daisy punch and how well it looked with the Allison collection, I just had to dress up the pocket with this. So this is a border punch, so it's designed to go along the edge of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the short flap of my pocket and I'm going to stick it in to the punch. And they have a paper guide here so you can get it in and get it perfectly straight. And then where they have the silver print, that's where the die is going to come down and punch. So I just want to make sure that the edge of my paper is within this printing. I'm just going to come down and punch. And then I'm going to slide it along until it lines up with the other printing on the flat part. And that's going to keep the pattern in sync. And then I'm just going to slide it. It takes 3 punches to go along here, like so. And so now I have this really fabulous die cut detail. And if you were to buy pocket folds like this, well, number one, you can't, but this detail is what dresses the whole thing up. So when I come up here and then I stick my cards in here, you get this really fabulous die cut, which coordinates perfect with the daisies. I just love it. So now we're ready to go ahead and tape up our pocket. And I like to use double-sided tape for this. It dries instantly. I mean, you could use a glue gun, but this is gonna just be an instant fix. And glue guns have, or excuse me, like a glue stick has a tendency to wrinkle your paper. So I just put 2 little pieces of tape on the flaps. Hope you can see that. And then I'm just gonna bring my pocket fold up and press. And then I'm going to, so there's the lovely detail. But before I stick that in, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the invitation on the back. And I designed it so that it's a little bit wider than the invitation, so you sort of get a backer card effect. You will need to use a slightly bigger square envelope. Like I would go with a 6-inch square envelope. And all of the supplies and materials are in the description of this video. So I'm just going to make sure my pocket's facing the right way. Make sure my invitation's facing the right way. You don't want to mount it upside down. And then I'm just going to bring the card on and just kind of center it to top and bottom, left and right, and then press. So there's the one side, and then this little pocket, and you could put your enclosure card in here too. I have my, this is the Allison RSVP card, which is designed to match this. And we're just going to tuck those in there with my bright sunny yellow RSVP envelope. And there you have it, the square pocket fold invitation template with die cut border detail. Hey, one last thing before I go. I wanted to show you how you can make this pocket fold in any color you want. And in this one, I made it to go with the Jade Allison invitation. And this is sort of an orangey rust color with a mimosa shade. And then the pink one, I started out in the beginning. And you can get any color pocket fold when you print our PDF template here. It's absolutely free. Print it on any color cardstock. And it will work for your invitation. And it will also work for any square invitation on download and print. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this template. And if you do end up using it, please share a picture. I'd love to see what you did with it. Please comment below if you have any questions, and have fun making your own wedding invitations.